Hello, guys. Just chilling at the park today. I always seem to reconfigure my truck every so often, but I just want to include you guys in on minimalist life. Uh, Trying to shorten your space and what everybody thinks they actually need in America, because around the rest of the world, it's space is a lot more limited than we are here. We branch out, and I think that's what really makes us Americans, is the fact that we just like our space and we like to consume a lot of it. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys kind of what I got going on in the truck here. Especially these days, if you guys are thinking about self-isolating, quarantining, you happen to have a pickup truck with a camper shell. I got lucky and I had a lot of this stuff already in my storage, so I kind of just repurposed a lot of it. But what I did is I had an old bunk bed that I had for my kids that I had torn apart, and I actually reconfigured the posts that I had. I believe they were cut at 5 feet, I think, or no, probably 72 inches. Anyway, so no, wait, my truck is 72 inches. So they're at 60 inches, 65 inches. That's the number, right? Sorry, I'm stumbling on those. 65 inches, I remember, is what I cut them at. But here, if you can kind of see, I'm going to swivel the camera here. You're going to see some of my other tools that I have under here. But they're basically 3x3 posts. And then I have a couple of sheets of plywood that I have screwed into them. But they basically make the bed frame inside the truck bed here. You guys can see that. Kind of got some handy tools just to have on you, just in case of what the hell's going on, or what am I going to do. I always like to be prepared. I'm kind of known for over preparing and overdoing things, but I'd rather be prepared than SOL. So that's just my philosophy here. But you can also see, I think you've seen that I had the propane tanks here for gas and a heater. I have Mr. Heater there. Keeps them pretty warm. I usually don't use it even in Colorado in the winters. The heat that I've generated off of just sleeping inside the camper itself with my body heat. I have a 15-pound blanket that keeps them pretty snug inside the futon. Sometimes I have to open the window just because of the condensation, everything that happens inside, but only on those, I would say about 20 degrees or below is where things start to get a little frigid. So this lifestyle isn't for everybody, but I feel like I'm going back to my roots and just taking advantage of it, and just it's really about being creative and not thinking that you need to buy things new. So I hope you get that whenever you're starting this. You have to be pretty creative and trying to reconfigure things to make them work for you. And that's pretty much when it comes to like living off the land. You do have to be smart about it, so you got to take all those into consideration. But I do have a couple of tents. You'll see I have these aluminum foil things that cover the windows, help reflect heat. Actually also help keep body heat, our heat, inside the cab. I got really lucky in the fact that I got this camper shell that matches my truck. Pretty damn cheap for $400 off of Craigslist. Again, being creative and how you try to approach things. But I ended up using a carpet. I think it's an 8x8 carpet that I wrapped around the this truck already had a bed liner, plastic liner, but I also wrapped the OSB with a 8x8 carpet. And so that kind of is the base for my truck, for my bed. And then I have a futon here. Kind of have your fishing poles. And this is all the stuff that I have in there. Canned goods, dry goods, snacks, dishes, lunchbox for work. And in there I have a whole bunch of emergency food, literally emergency food, like the stuff you buy in the buckets. That's just a what if scenario. So might do another video to show you after I put it all together. Kind of just making these videos as I go. Kind of seems more like a rant to me now that I think about it, but I'm trying to get serious about some of these videos, and you got to start off somewhere, right? So till the next one, might come later today, but chat soon. Bye.